Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to look at the basic structure of a C program. Because I want people who are just beginning to code in C to have a look and feel of a basic C program before we dive deep into the concepts of C. Next video onwards, we will start discussing the concepts of C in detail. So in this video, we are going to write a short and simple C program that prints a message on the screen for us, just to keep it simple. Once the program is written, we will use a compiler to convert this high-level C language program to machine code. Finally, our system will execute it and we will see our message printed on the screen. So let's write the program to do this. Okay, so this is how a C program that prints a message on the screen looks like. Let's take each line one by one and understand what it means. The very first line is a preprocessor directive. Now what is this preprocessor? A preprocessor is a program that processes the C program before the actual compilation of the program begins. The hash include is one of the several preprocessor directives available in C language, like hash define, hash elif, etc. We will talk about these in detail in later videos. But for now, hash include directive asks the preprocessor to bring in the content of the file specified within the right angle brackets, which is in our case is stdio.h file. The stdio file contains the signatures of input-output functions. For example, printf is an output function here in our program, and its signature or prototype is there in the stdio.h file. That's why we have to use the preprocessor to bring in the content of the stdio.h file in our program. Now in the next line, we have got three things written there: void, main, and the parenthesis. Main is the name of the function, and the parenthesis just ahead of the name of the function indicates that main is a function. This is just the syntax of the language. We always use parenthesis after the name of the function. Now what is a function? A function is a group of statements or instructions that performs a specific task. For example, here our function main is printing a message. You can write a function for anything, like for adding two numbers or to fetch something from a text file from the hard drive, etc. Now a C program may have many functions inside it, but any C program must have this main function in its body, because main is the function where a C program starts its execution. Other C functions within the same C program may be called from within the body of the main function. Void here is the return type. Now after completing a task, a function may or may not return a value. In our case, the function main here is just printing something, and it is not calculating or returning any value. That is why we have used void as a return type just before the name of the function. If we had a function, let's say for calculating the sum of the two numbers, then we would use int as the return type instead of using void, because the sum in that case would be an integer value. By the way, for the main function, we can still use int as return type, even though it is not returning any value. But for that, we need to use an extra line of code at the end of the main function, that is return 0. We will talk about this return statement in the later videos, when we talk about the functions in detail. Now after this, we have the body of the main function. The opening brace represents the starting of the function, and the closing brace represents the end of the body of the function. Whatever code you write between the braces will be used to perform the task for which you have made this function. Now because we just want to print a message on the screen, That's why we have written this single line here. Printf here is a function just like main, but this function is provided to us by C compiler. We don't have to code it. These type of functions are called inbuilt functions. Its body is provided in the library files that are kept there in our hard drive when we install the software package that can compile or run our C program, like Dev C++, CodeBlock, Visual Studio, or Eclipse. So this is the basic structure of a C program. All of our C program will follow this structure. Only there may be an increase in the number of functions depending upon the requirements of the task to be performed with the help of the C program. Now, how to compile and run this program? We will see that in the next video of the series. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.